Hey, what's up? Welcome to Esoteric Americana, a series on the channel One Nation Under Fun. I am your host, Sam, broadcasting to you from a bedroom in Rome, Italy. Against my wife's protestations, she did not want me broadcasting from bed. She said it looks weird, but as a provocation against her to get her goat, I'm not only going to broadcast from bed, but I'm also going to broadcast without my shirt off. Okay, so what is Esoteric Americana? What's this channel about? Um, Simple. It's me talking about magical, weird shit that happens in the United States. Let me give you an example. People, right? Talk about people, magical, weird people, places, things, culture, symbols. I might even do some traveling a little bit. But the subject of this first episode is the Joker. Okay, so let me explain how I got to that. So, why the Joker, right? And what the relevance of the Joker is to esoteric Americana. So, I was talking with a buddy a couple days ago, and he asked me, he's like, "Have you seen the movie The Joker?" And I was like, "No, no, no, the new one with Joaquin Phoenix. No, I haven't seen it. Um, I haven't seen it." And but yeah, I might later. Anyway, but it brought to mind the reason I started. I got into making YouTube videos in the first place. So I explained it to him, like, yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that because the whole reason I got into making YouTube videos has to do with the Joker. It has to do with the Joker. Long story short, I was voyeurizing a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend's Facebook page, and this dude is from my hometown, junked up midwestern hometown. You know, you all know him, and you all know that kind of town. That's what I'm saying. And he had his avatar had a Joker. I looked at this guy's info. He was working at some sub place making sandwiches. Seemed to like some hobbies. He was into drums, graffiti, like graffiti art. And this guy suddenly spoke to me. He spoke to me. I had this visceral response. I could imagine him. I could imagine him on Wednesday nights hanging out at the bar, talking to single mothers with a lollipop in her mouth. I could hear the game in the background, hear the chatter. I could smell the beer at the bottom of that glass, to put it mildly. And it spoke to me. So what about this dude inspired me, right? Well, other than the fact, that he's, from my hometown, he's, similar age to me probably, is that like me, he's struggling to survive. He's struggling to keep his memory memorable on the page of life, right? Like me, I can't speak for him, but this is my impression. Like me, his calling has fallen beneath the cracks. But God willing, that calling will come back. So, um, that's what this. Yeah. So this. So his Facebook page um, has this. Well, which brings me to the two elements, the two concepts of esoteric Americana that we're going to cover in this video, right? And these are um, the junked up Midwestern town and the Joker. So, so why is the junked up Midwestern town, right? This kind of Rust Belty type of place that we're all familiar with. Why is that such an important symbol to esoteric Americana? Well, let me draw an analogy with mulch. So the analogy is this. The question is this. What makes mulch so fecund? Let me ask that again. What makes mulch so fecund? You heard me. What is the answer? Decomposition, right? Um, you plant your potatoes and your rose bushes and your carrots in mulch because it's decomposing, right? The fecundity comes from the decomposition, right? The life comes from the death. Same goes for these kind of these towns that are falling apart. They in themselves are alchemical power centers, right? They're they hold the power of the next phase of America, or they are they are part of that power. Why? Because they're falling apart. And just like mulch, we can use that decomposition. And that it doesn't. And let me get it straight. It doesn't have to be some small midwestern town. Any form of decomposition, um, we hold dear, because through that decomposition, new life is born. So rusted, rusted railroad tracks, closed retail stores, um, you know, um, abandoned lots, right? All of that stuff, and for the very reason I just explained. And the other element, so is the Joker, right? The spirit of the Joker. So if if um, if if the kind of the the decomposing town, right? The Rust Belty type of town, but it could be anywhere across the country, is the in the sense the universe of the post-industrial late modern America. Its dark matter is the Joker. That's what that which holds it together. That which holds it together. So for this first episode, we've covered two symbols: um, the kind of junked up town, right, that's fallen apart, and the Joker. And we've explained why those symbols are important to this series, Esoteric Americana. Um, we said that the town is the decomposing town, by definition of its decomposition, gives new life. And we've said that the symbol of the Joker is what connects that life together, right? So let's harken back to the old days of the Dark Knight, and the movie The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's the Joker, right? So let me ask you a question. So how many guys you think walked home, came home from that movie, and stood in front of the mirror and were like, "Why so serious?" Cringeworthy moment, right? But they did it because they somehow identified with Heath Ledger's the Joker, right? It's something deep in the psyche of the American man, and that's what, in a sense, holds this new universe together. So that's about it for today's episode. I will catch up with you soon, with another episode of Esoteric Americana. Take it easy.